Hello there. Today is Thursday. It is the 27th of June. It's the 27th of June. Can you believe that?
No, I cannot.
My name is Wayne Alley. This is WGTV Today. And who are you?
I believe I'm still Kim Best.
She's still Kim Best.
Glad to have you with us.
Oh, boy. I'll tell you what, this has been 1 week. It's been a busy week with the commissioners and the budget and everything going on with the budget. And they finally passed the budget. It's been a busy, busy week for people who watch the weather because we've had a tremendous amount of rain off and on and thunderstorms rolling through the area and some minor flooding in eastern North Carolina and trees down and lightning. It's just been all kinds of things going on. What's going on with you?
Life is good.
That's it?
That's all you get.
Okay.
That's
that's enough. I'm glad life is good for you. Okay. Today's the 27th. We've got a full show for you today, and we'll be moving along and telling you about some things that are going on in the area as well a little later on here.
That's exactly right.
All right. All right. I got a letter from Adrian Thompson that he's about his Eagle Scout
oh, that's right.
thing going on here.
You worked with him on that a little bit, didn't you?
Well, he did all the work. All I did was I told the story, but there's going to be an Eagle Scout ceremony June 30th at St. Paul United Methodist Church on Chestnut Street in Goldsboro. I'm looking forward to that.
Eagle Scout is a very nice award for young men to work towards and gain and have, just to know they've accomplished that, but also it looks fantastic on their resumes as they move forward, because you carry that with you for the rest of your life. Many
of our U.S. presidents have been Eagle Scouts. Many of the nation's leaders and business leaders have been Eagle Scouts, and this is something that's earned. They work very hard for this, and it's a great accomplishment.
That's exactly right. Yeah. I totally agree with you.
You know, I went out a couple of weeks ago and mowed my yard, and I don't know what it is.
For you.
Well, thank you. Well, it was up to here, you know.
Well, you needed
but
it then.
the thing, what happened was, it took a few days for this to happen, apparently. Last weekend, I mowed the yard, and a few days later, all of a sudden, I get all stopped up in here, and the allergies kick in, and this never used to happen to me.
You know, as we move a little older, things change.
What?
Imagine that.
No.
Imagine that. I've had allergies all my life, so I
really?
know what it's all about. Yeah. Take something all the time for it.
I can get, hey.
Maybe you're allergic to grass.
Yeah, might be. Anyway, look, I changed my socks.
Your socks?
I changed socks, but I'm not sure.
What does that got to do with it?
Well, you're talking about change.
Okay. You changed your socks.
I changed socks, but as far as other changes go, I can do without them.
Okay.
I do without all those changes. Anyway, my throat kind of, so that's why if I sound funny, and I don't know what I sound like because my head's all stopped up, but the allergies, and so people know what I'm talking about here.
Yes, we do.
Got to wear that mask. And I never had to wear one. This is
you're
twice.
Like a surgeon out there mowing your grass. You're
well,
surgically mowing your grass.
Hey, you know.
You do what you have to do, don't you?
You do what you gotta do.
That's right.
Yeah, a surgeon does what a surgeon has to do.
That's right. Wayne the surgeon.
That's sturgeon. There's something fishy about that story. Yeah. Hey, let's look at today's birthday, shall we? Having a birthday today, one of the Kardashians is celebrating today. That would be Khloe. Khloe is having a birthday. She is 28. She's the youngest of the three, I believe. Also a birthday today for Tobey Maguire, the actor who I believe he was Spider-Man, right?
I believe he was.
I believe he was.
One of the parts he's played.
He's 37 today. Birthday today for Vera Wang.
The designer?
Yes. 63, Vera Wang, the designer. Right. She designs wedding gowns and figure skaters things.
She designs a lot of things.
A lot of stuff. All right.
Beautiful gowns.
Birthday today for Madeline Sweeten. If you remember the program Everybody Loves Raymond.
Very much.
She was the little girl. They were twin boys, and then she was a little girl.
Is that her name?
Madeline Sweeten is 21 years old today.
Wow. Happy birthday, Madeline.
Julia Duffy is...
She's hilarious.
She is hilarious. She is an extremely talented young lady. Well, she's 61, so you're not all that young, but she was on the... with Bob Newhart show. Julia Duffy, she played someone who was not real sharp, but it takes someone who is really, really sharp to portray that kind of character, and she is very smart, very talented actor, 61. Some of those that have passed on, a birthday today for Bob Keeshan, Captain Kangaroo.
Oh, wow, I used to watch that as a child.
Did you?
Sure did.
Ah, yes, with Bunny Rabbit
And Mr. Green Jeans.
Mr. Green Jeans. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. But Bob Keeshan, and there's a story that's going around on the internet, and it's just not true, about how he was a hero during World War II and all that. It's a big story. It's a great story, but it's not true. Just not true. Anyway, he was an extremely intelligent man and loved kids and had a great program. He died in '04. Birthday today for Helen Keller as well. She died in 1968. It's also a birthday, and I didn't mean to lump him with people who had passed on, but Ross Perot is having a birthday today. He is 82.
Well, happy birthday, Ross.
Right. Okay, those are the birthdays for today.
Very good.
This 27th of June, almost the end of the month. And you know
That's
what?
right.
The 2nd of July, which is next week, is the middle of the year.
You know, it just amazes. It seems like once school is out, summer's over. It's like it starts and it's over all in a flash.
That's right.
I don't know why it does that, but it does every year.
Because
how can we slow that down?
Well, I tell you what, we take one day and make two out of it.
Okay.
Okay, we'll just do that.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, today, Wayne, is Center Street Jam.
Hey, there you go.
It is. It is another one of our Center Street Jams.
All right, who we got?
Let's see. I don't know.
Well, we had it a moment ago.
Yes, we did.
There it is right there.
I know, but it doesn't say
It doesn't
display.
say who it is. Surprise! It'll be somebody
That's
at Center
right.
Street Jam tonight.
That's right. Tonight at 6 o'clock from 6 until 9, another one of our Center Street Jams. Come out and join us.
Oh boy, there you go. That's.
We also have open mic night at the Arts Council.
Oh
All
yeah.
in one night.
Oh, now that's always fun
It
too.
sure is. It's
That
open to
fun.
musicians, poets, performers, and creative thinkers. If you want to find out more about participating in open mic night at the Arts Council, you can call them at 919-736-3300.
Creative thinkers, huh?
Creative thinkers.
Oh yes. Okay.
You know, you may want to just read a monologue or something.
Oh, okay.
You never know.
You never know. Creative thinkers. Today, the 27th. Today, June 27th, is for some reason Decide to Be Married Day.
Really? That's
Go.
interesting.
Yeah. And today is also Please Take My Children to Work Day. I'm not making this up. This is real stuff here.
Oh, goodness.
All right, just go figure it out there
Do
yourself.
you have
now.
a trivia question for us?
You know what? I believe we could probably come up with one very
think?
quickly here. You think? Okay, yeah, we could do that. Here's one. I don't like that one.
Don't like that one?
I don't like that one. Let's bring another one here. All right, what do we have here? Yeah, I got a trivia question. Oh, I don't want to read that one. That's a little weird. And
While he's looking for trivia questions, how about if I tell you that tomorrow night at the Paramount Theater, Stage Struck Children's Theater, the young children, they have these are very young. I think they're like kindergarten through maybe 4th grade.
Oh.
They are having a production. It's called Stage Struck Stars. So these are our youngest children. It will start at 7 o'clock. It's just an hour-long show. It's showing off what they've learned during their 2-week camp. And it'll be a combination of music, dance, acting, all types of fun entertainment. That's this tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Paramount Theater. You can get some little tickets, right? The little tickets.
Little,
you get
little tickets.
right at the Paramount,
About that big.
736-4530. Love to see you there.
You sit in a little chair.
Yes, you do. Pretty little red chairs that are very comfy, I
Oh
might
yeah,
add.
yeah, they are. They are.
Did you find one?
Yeah, I have one.
Oh, well, let's see
All right.
what he came up
It's
with.
kind of an artsy question today.
Okay, we
Speaking
like-
of
we
the
like
Arts
artsy.
Council, sure, we like artsy.
Yeah, we love artsy.
I'm a fan also of Grant Wood. Grant Wood, the painter of American Gothic, which is the guy that's standing out with a pitchfork and his wife standing next to him. You know, that was actually his dentist.
Not his wife, but his dentist.
No, I don't mean the woman. I mean the man was his dentist and the
Okay.
woman was his sister.
Okay.
Grant Wood's sister. But I digress.
Yes, we digress.
Here's the question. Grant Wood, the painter of American Gothic, said, you know, and this is almost a quote, all the really good ideas I've ever had came to me while I was doing this on the farm. No, we didn't. We didn't have that question.
But
We
we're
talked
doing
about
this on the farm.
Yes, we talked about this question, but we didn't
And
actually.
it wouldn't be sowing seeds or something simple like that.
Well, no.
Okay, good. Well, we'll see.
All really good ideas I've ever had came while I was doing this on the farm.
Okay, well you know
Was that
what?
it?
If
Well,
we've
if that
had
was
it
it,
before, it's
I'll-
okay. You may not have been watching that day.
We did? All right.
Yeah, maybe
I'll
they
have another
weren't-
question.
Maybe they weren't watching.
Question number 2. Answer one or the other. It matters not. And you win. Oh, boy. Which animal needs to, and uses its eyes to help it swallow food?
Oh, that's odd.
Isn't that odd?
Yeah.
It cannot
Uses
swallow
their eyes.
it cannot swallow food without using its eyes.
A snake?
No, but that's a very good answer. It uses its eyes to help swallow the food.
Stay tuned, we'll find out later. Stay with us, we've got some great interviews coming up next. Welcome back to WGTV, Wayne Goldsboro Television. This is Crime of the Week. Let's find out from Paige Lerner, Crime Stoppers Coordinator, what's happening. Welcome back, Paige.
Thank you.
So it's the Crime of the Week. Can you tell us what is happening?
Yes, June 24th at about 2:20 in the afternoon, we had a 76-year-old female shopping at the Walmart right in town on Spence Avenue. While she was walking around shopping by herself, she had two males approach her and ask her for directions to the First African Baptist Church here in Goldsboro. While they were discussing that, they actually kind of coerced her into giving them a ride to the church. She agreed to give them a ride to the church. They said they would pay her financially just for her time and her ride to the church. However, the problem kind of occurred when they got in the car. Once they got into the vehicle, they told her that they were getting ready to pick up a large amount of cash. And if she would just give them $3,000, that she would get $75,000 in return. And unfortunately for her, she drove straight to her bank, which was the State Employees Credit Union, which is at Berkeley and New Hope Road, about 2:40. Again, this was on June the 24th and on Monday afternoon. She was driving her personal van. She left one of these men in her van, and she went into the bank with the other man. She took out $3,000 in cash and went back to her van, got inside the van, and the two men took the cash straight from her, jumped out of the van, and were last seen running towards the Maplewood subdivision. You know, this one touches close to my heart because, you know, obviously this is a 76-year-old woman.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, she was hoping to gain something in return.
Right.
But she did give these men $3,000 in cash. And,
her own money.
Yeah, we do have pictures that'll be available, hopefully up on Facebook soon.
Yes, it'll be on the City of Goldsboro's Facebook page.
Maybe the public can take a look at those pictures. The pictures are pretty good.
Are they good?
Yeah.
So you can see their faces?
Yeah, so I urge the public to take a look at those when you get those posted up.
Okay.
But again, this is one of those matters that we want, you know, the public's help. Anybody who thinks it might even remotely look like somebody that they know in that video, you know, please give us a call and we'll check it out. It may not be the person, but at least we can rule them out, or it could be the person, and you don't want this happening to your grandmother or your mother.
Exactly. Exactly.
So we're asking for everybody's help.
And this all started at Walmart on Spence.
Started at Walmart on Spence Avenue at about 2:20 on Monday, the June the 24th. And within 10 minutes, they were already at the bank, which is the State Employees Credit Union, like in Berkeley, New Hope area, around 2:40 in the parking lot. It had already happened.
Well, Paige, tell us about, of course we want the community's help, but tell them how Crime Stoppers works.
Well, it really is a simple process. The numbers that they can see, the 735-225 number, that is a cell phone actually. It goes straight to me. I'm the only one that answers that phone. When they call, the number's blocked, so I cannot see who they are or what the phone number is. It just shows in as a restricted number. They report the crime, and if it's a crime or something that leads us to the arrest of individual that's a felony arrest, then they're eligible for a cash reward. They call back after we make an arrest. It's not a conviction. We just need to make a felony arrest. And at that time, they're eligible for a cash reward. What we do is set up a code name. We meet, and I give them the cash. They don't have to sign anything. They don't have to provide their name or address. It's really a simple process, and it's working quite well lately.
And we're so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
And it's a win-win situation for everybody.
Absolutely.
It keeps crime off the street, and it also helps the individual.
Right.
And they will see a text number scrolling as well.
That text number is actually a little bit confusing, but it goes to the same phone. I just had to provide a text number. And you know, these days people really like to text.
Yes, they do.
And it's a great thing. You know, sometimes they're texting me when they're looking right at a suspect, or they're watching the officers out on a crime scene doing something. I've received texts right in the middle of the officers working, and they're saying, no, your officer, they need to go across the street behind those bushes. They're in the wrong area. So it's really starting to pay off. But when they text that, it's the same thing. It's blocked. I still can't see who it is that's texting me, and I can still set up, you know, the same advantages of them receiving a cash reward if it leads to a felony arrest.
Well, thank you for explaining that, because everybody's not quite sure exactly how Crime Stoppers work. And Crime Stoppers is fantastic. It is for the city of Goldsboro and for the entire county.
Right.
So we're excited that we have this program in our community, and we need your help. If you would, take a look at the City of Goldsboro's Facebook page. See if you recognize these individuals. If you do, call this number or text this number, and you can possibly be eligible for a cash prize. Thank you so much, Paige, for coming and explaining this, and I will make sure those pictures are uploaded today.
Okay.
Thank you so much, and this is what's happening with Crime Stoppers. Have you heard what's happening at Mount Olive College? Well, today I have with me Dr. John Blackwell and Hope Fields from Mount Olive College Alumni Association. Welcome to the show.
Nice to be with you.
Thank you.
So you all have some exciting news of what the Alumni Association is going to be offering next year, next May. Is that correct?
That's right. We will be having an alumni trip to Wales, but it's not exclusively alumni. Any friends of the college are welcome to join us. It will be about $18.50 based on double occupancy, and that includes your plane ticket and your stay at the library in Hardin, which is a residential library. And it will include 2 meals a day while we're there at the library.
What made you all decide to offer something like this?
Well, Dr. Blackwell is actually a fellow at this library, so the opportunity was just wonderful to share in his passion and pass that along to our alumni and let them see where he spends his time, but also divulge ourselves in the culture of Hardin and Wales through the educational aspect of the library.
Absolutely. Well, Dr. Blackwell, tell us a little bit about that library, if you will.
It's the only equivalent of a presidential library that we have in the States. William Gladstone gave the library. He gave it at the end of the 19th century. Just as Winston Churchill was the most historically oriented prime minister, he was the most theologically oriented. He gave 32,000 books to start the library.
Goodness.
And he wanted a library in which you could actually live, go be a resident, to do your studying, to do your writing, whatever it is you have to do. So I go there to write my books. And I thought, Hope's husband is a reader like me, so I thought I'd like to take them. And then I thought, it'd be a great place, it'd be a great home base from which to have a trip.
Absolutely. Is it unusual for a library to offer residents as well?
Yes.
I thought
Yes.
so. I'd never heard of that, but I thought, well, maybe there's many out there that I'm just not aware of.
It will be a different experience.
Yeah. There's one other in Cambridge, but there are only 2.
Excellent.
There are only 2, and again, it's the only prime ministerial library.
Well, tell us some of the other things that we'll see if we decide to participate, or those that do decide to participate and go on this wonderful trip.
The 3 places that we'll try to hit are in England, Chester, and Liverpool. Of course, Liverpool being famous for the Beatles.
Absolutely.
And then within Wales, we'll take a trip to Conway, which has a very well-preserved castle. And who doesn't want to
That's
live in a
always
castle for a
exciting,
day?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can take how many people?
Right now, we have reserved 15 rooms, and if we base that on double occupancy, that's about 30 people. And we have shown interest from about 20 people.
Wow, that's wonderful. And it's just getting started.
It's just getting started.
So how would someone find this information, and how would they register for this trip?
You can find information on our website. If you go to moc.edu, click on Alumni and Friends, and go to our website. Right there on the home page of the alumni website, 2014 Welsh trip, it has all the pricing information. We'll soon have our itinerary up there. Or you can give me a call at 658-7714, and I will be glad to answer any questions.
Excellent. Well, tell me about who is invited to participate in this, and tell us a little bit more about what we'll see while we're there.
Any alumni or friends of the college, anyone who has a general interest is more than welcome to attend. You'll see, again, the castles and the Roman aspects of the cities where they had Roman influence back in the day.
The Beatles.
The Beatles.
Oh, they'll be there?
The Beatles Museum's in
Yes.
Liverpool, because that's where they started.
Exactly.
It's a fabulous museum.
I'm sure. Well, will you have a guided tour, or will you be the tour guide?
I'm the tour guide.
You're the tour guide.
And now Hope is.
So tell us, you all have recently been there to check it out for your sake, and you just a nice returning trip, correct? Well, tell us what all you were looking at whenever you went and you were thinking about this particular trip and offering it to the alumni.
Variety. In Liverpool, there are world-class museums. There is a maritime museum. You know, the Middle Passage of the slave trade went through Liverpool. They have a fabulous installation there, and that's right next to the Tate, which includes modern art, and that's down the street from the Beatles story. Fabulous cathedrals in Liverpool, very different from each other. Probably the newest cathedral in all of the UK is in Liverpool. Paul McCartney helped sponsor that or raise the money for that.
Can you make it work where he might be there?
I'll call him.
Please do. Yeah. That would be nice. That'd be a nice little added benefit.
In Chester, as Hope said, it's an old Roman city, has one of the loveliest French restaurants in the area.
I was going to ask about food, of course.
And is not terribly expensive as French restaurants go. And in Conway, there are lots of pubs and tea rooms. They're very charming, very quiet. Both like Liverpool, Conway is a port city, so there's lots of water, and you can have tea on the bay.
Oh, nice.
Things like that. And if someone just wanted to rest, they could hang in the library. They could read. There are two chefs in the library, Steve and Alan. Their cooking is wonderful. Their personalities are even better. And so some people go to the library just to rest. There's a common room where people sit and read, and Hope and her husband Ryan and I did that for about, just night after night.
Wow, well, it sounds like this trip is going to offer a tremendous amount of not only culture but variety of what people can see and experience. Fantastic opportunity to go with someone who's so knowledgeable about the area. Your own personal tour guide.
That's
Doesn't
right.
get much better than that,
Built-in
right?
tour guide.
Exactly, exactly. And to get to stay in a library and have chefs right there on the spot, that's that's just so unique, and what an experience you can have for the rest of your life.
That's right.
Wonderful. Tell us a little bit more about the price and what it includes one more time.
Price based on double occupancy is $18.50 a person. That includes your plane ticket and the actual stay for the library, which also includes 2 meals, breakfast and dinner at the library.
And how long is the trip?
5 nights
5
in the
nights.
library, about a week.
And if people want to extend, they can go to London afterwards, or basically anywhere they want to go afterwards.
Wonderful. All right, give them your phone number one more time, Hope.
658-7714.
There you go. Well, you can't beat that. If you're interested in finding out more about this trip, you can give Hope a call. You can look on their website, which is moc.edu, and find out more about these activities that the Alumni Association is providing for the alumni and friends of Mount Olive College. And that's what's happening in your community. Welcome back to Wayne Goldsboro Television. Glad to have you with us today. Let's find out what's happening at the Paramount Theater. Welcome, Sherry.
Good morning.
So you all have a long list of activities happening as always.
We do, and we've got some laughter coming up for sure. We've got a comedy show coming up in July, and typically July and August is a little bit slower, so we have some time to kind of focus on getting our series ready, doing some outreach, doing some fundraising, working on projects, and then really just kind of getting the theater back in order. I just met with our custodian and was saying we have a few weeks of things being a little bit slower. We've got to get in.
That means not every single night, maybe every other night.
Exactly, and we've got to do touch-up paint. We've got to just do
Right.
maintenance things and make sure the theater stays top-notch. So
Absolutely.
we just cannot. The spring and fall and winter, we're just doing good to keep it clean.
But aren't we glad?
We are.
I mean,
Yes.
I think back when we first rebuilt the theater and how we were working on trying to find different things to put in our new venue, different
Yes.
ways to entertain our community, from local community people to people all over the United States, and y'all have done such a fantastic job.
Well,
Now
we
it's
are
filled
enjoying
all the
it.
time.
And it's just, there's a lot of great diversity, so
Absolutely.
very excited about that. There's a variety, so whatever it is that you're looking for, we're going to have it at some point, so if you take a look at our calendar, you'll be able to find it.
Well, tell us about this comedy that's coming up.
Well, Mr. Keenan Stewart, who has done a lot of things with Stage Struck and Center Stage, and of course has gone on to graduate from college, is now doing a lot of other things in different areas. But one of the things he has a passion about is comedy, and so
I can see that.
Yeah, he definitely will be able to pursue that field if interested. But he was on the UNC comedy team, and so there's several, of course, that were, and so he's bringing some of that team with him. So it won't just be him on the stage. There'll be a lineup of great comics. All of them have been have participated on North Carolina's comics as well, and have been through a competition. So they will be here July the 12th. Tickets are very reasonable, only $15 for adults, $12 for students.
And you can get those right there at the Paramount?
Actually, yes, they're available at the theater, or you can call us. We can process them over the phone or on our website. But it'll be a great night for some laughs. July the 12th at 7:30.
Local laughs.
That's right.
Wonderful.
So we have that coming up, and then in July we also have, traditionally, we have the Princess of North Carolina pageant, which is the statewide pageant.
Right.
And it is going to be conducted on July the 20th and the 21st. And that two-day pageant brings folks from all over the state here.
Right.
Very few are local, so they're coming from all over, which is nice to be able to have that in our community.
And show off our community.
Show off our downtown, our theater, our city.
Our restaurants.
So it is a wonderful opportunity to do that. So they have a full slate schedule for 2 days. It's packed. So we definitely are excited about them returning too.
Great. Now, how about the big series for the Paramount Theater?
Well, I wanted to talk about that because we have a lot of series that are happening, and this is the time of year, as I mentioned, we're trying to close the series up. We have definitely finalized everything, but at this time of year, we are working on brochures, the playbill, getting the brochures out to all of our patrons who are interested in kind of getting a little advance notice on that.
Little marketing piece happening here.
So, but our series is coming up, and I brought lots of brochures. You can see a little bit of this from our viewers can see, but this is our brochure. Our series is coming up in October, and traditionally we have anywhere from 5 to 7 different shows, depending on the performances and what's happening in our community, really, a lot of times. But our first one is a comedian, also a ventriloquist. Her name is Lynn Trefsker. She has been on Comedy Network quite often and done a lot of things with Jeff Dunham.
Oh, yes.
So
she's been with Jeff. She's got to be funny.
She is very funny. I've seen her in a showcase before. She's just a delight to work with, and she has 5 children of her own.
Oh, wow. Well, she's got plenty of stories, though.
She does.
She's got to have.
And she has a lot of different characters with her. She has about 5 different characters. One is a drunk camel.
Interesting.
One is a little girl. So she's got quite a variety that she'll bring to the stage. And one of the things that I love about her and many of our artists that we bring is that she will engage the audience and have them participate with the show.
Oh, that's always entertaining.
Nothing is better to me than to be able to watch a show and see my audience go up and participate and laugh and have a good time. And of course, you know, us getting to laugh at their expense.
Of course, that's entertaining.
But she'll be wonderful. We've got the North Carolina Symphony returning.
Great.
In November, and then next year, as part of our series, we have the John Brown and Groove Shop Band in January. Yesterday and Today is coming in March, and that is a Beatles tribute.
Oh, nice.
And I've heard wonderful things about it because there are many different tributes, and a lot of them are really good, but I've heard great things about this one, so excited about that. And then the Hunts are returning. Many of our viewers may have heard
of
the
family.
The Hunt Family Fiddlers is what they used to be called, but now that these kids are growing up, I think they've kind of ditched mom and dad, and it's really about them.
Imagine that.
I know, can you imagine? There are 7 of them, and they don't do as much dance. They do a little bit, but a lot of it is about their music. It's about their experiences, and it's about their performance with instruments. So looking forward to having them come too.
Sounds like you have got a wide variety. Now tell us how people can become members or how they can purchase season tickets.
Well, absolutely. You can purchase season tickets or individual tickets for our series, or also you can buy 2 of the 5 or 3 of the 5. When you buy them together, you can get a discount. So it's definitely best to do that at one time. But you can do that by just going on our website at goldsboroparamount.com or calling us at 583-8432. And then we're there Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. We traditionally close for lunch at 12 to 1, but other than that,
You're there.
They're ready to help them out with ticket sales. Many of our other Local performing art groups are also getting their series started. Center Stage Theater has completed their series, and it's coming up. They have their season. They're in their 36th year.
36 years.
And they have a great lineup with Robin Hood,
Oh, that sounds
traditionally Christmas Carol, Still Magnolias. Will be actually around Valentine's Day, which should be lots of fun.
fun. Oh, yeah.
And Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat is also part of their lineup.
And that's a fun show if people have not seen that before. It really
It's-
is a great, lot of good music.
I'm looking forward to that as well. But they, just like us, are working on their series, and a lot of, for those that are interested in community theater, I would encourage you to contact them or Stage Struck. They are very much like, they're a top-notch community theater group.
Exactly,
So.
exactly.
But the Stage Struck, of course, is our children's theater group, and ages 5 to 18. They do a phenomenal job.
And you can go on their website to see what their lineup is, which is stagestruck.org.
Yes, and they have a wonderful musical every year, and of course they have a drama in the fall as well. So,
Right.
looking forward to that. Another series coming up is Wayne Community Concert Series.
Oh, yes. How different is that going to be from years past?
Very similar. They have a
Good.
variety as well of performances. They will have 4 in their series this year. It's only $55. You cannot beat
For
that.
4 shows.
And these, again, are artists who are traveling all over the world. 75th year, which just amazes me that they have been
Gosh.
around in this community for so long.
Gracious.
And they are a membership group. Ours is not. I mean, you can certainly get your series if you want to get all of them at one time and save some money. But you don't have to be a member or anything like that. They do ask that you be a member with Wayne Community Concerts. You can buy them separately, but it's more expensive to do that.
Right. So you're saving a lot more money if
Right.
you buy them as a package.
Right. And they're at WayneCommunityConcerts.com, so you can find out more about
Wayne
their
Community
series.
Concerts. And I'm sure that's on their official website as well.
It is.
Great. Wow.
So it's exciting.
So you've got the summer to revamp. You've still got things going on, but you're keeping the Paramount looking wonderful as always. And then this fall we're going to start brand new lineup.
Right.
Wide variety of things happening. There's always something for everybody.
Right.
And that's the wonderful thing about the Paramount Theater.
It is, and we're doing a lot with our sponsorship right now, and that goes through the Paramount Theater Foundation.
Exactly.
And with that fundraising effort, we're able to purchase amenities for the theater that really help our local community groups with additional lighting, with professional screens and projectors, and so it was things that they really would like to have, but it's difficult sometimes to put things like that in your budget.
Oh, absolutely.
So this is a way for us to have those things for our local community.
Well, it really does enhance the shows. Being someone who has used the Paramount many
Yes.
times myself, as you all continue to add these different tools, it really enhances what we're able to create. And when we hire your techs and have such creative minds behind the scenes,
They're just so excited.
It's amazing
Let
what
me
they
tell you
can
what
do.
we have,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's just amazing what they can do with the different tools that you provide. So we appreciate that as people that rent the Paramount
Yes.
Theater on a yearly
Our
basis.
sponsors are wonderful, and we really appreciate the community really pulls together, whether it's buying a ticket, coming for a tour, sponsoring the performance to help enable future amenities.
Right.
This is a very strong and generous community. So
Well, the Paramount Theater is a staple downtown. It is one of the largest drawing cards that we have in our community. People come from all over the United States to come to the Paramount Theater, not just right here in our community, and we're very proud of that. So thank you for being creative and open-minded and bringing a variety of interesting things for us to see.
thank you.
All right, and that's what's happening at the Paramount Theater. Come to Goldsboro and check it out. Joining me today is Tara Humphries from Wayne Community College. She's the Public Information Officer. Let's find out what's happening in our community. Welcome back to the show, Tara.
Thank you for having me back.
So Wayne Community, it's almost time for registration.
Oh.
I can't believe it. Didn't we just get out of school?
We are in the heat of the summer, and we are thinking fall.
Of course we are.
And we have to, because for a student to be in those classes, in that classroom on August 15, they have to have done all their processes this summer. So
That's the way it works. All the
it.
processing happens
We
at
don't
least a
want
month ahead of
them-
time.
Yeah, we do not want them panicking. So really, they should have already have started. But if they want to start in fall, they need to have completed that application and get a letter back saying you are an official student, you have been admitted. They need to figure out how they're going to pay.
Right.
And there are lots of options for that, but they need to already know.
Now, can you do most of this online, Tara?
You can.
Okay.
You can do the application for the school online. You can do your financial aid online through Community College Foundation NC,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
through the FAFSA, the free financial aid through the federal government.
Right, and that is so important for students to do that and
Absolutely.
to complete that
And
form.
more people are eligible for aid than realize, so they should try it anyway. Don't think Daddy's too rich.
Right.
Try it anyway.
Everybody should try.
Everybody should do
because
that.
there's so many grants and different things out there that are available to so many
True.
students.
And a number of those grants and scholarships still require that you have filled out that form.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
that they know what your condition
And
is.
I think that was a misconception a few years back. I heard a lot of students just assuming that they would get it without having to complete the forms.
goodness.
Right, and then they were
Yeah.
a little bit surprised whenever it fell short because they had not completed
we
it.
do. We encourage our students to go ahead and fill that out as soon as they've done their tax forms or their parents have done their tax forms. Do
Exactly.
it then they know their eligibility.
Well, tell me about transcripts. Is that one of the things or one of the criteria that high school graduates must have?
They must, from their high school. Also, if you've taken any college classes anywhere else, we have to have those as well. That helps determine whether you're going to have to take placement tests or whether you will go straight into your 101
Right.
for math or English. They also have to, if they've taken the SAT, the ACT, anything like that, we need to know what those scores are. So don't assume just because it's Wayne Community College that you don't have to turn those things in. We're open door, but we have to have the documents too. So you have to request them and give all of those agencies or schools time to get them to us.
It doesn't necessarily happen overnight.
Exactly.
They need time to process. And one of the things that I've been surprised by in recent years, I guess we're just keeping up with technology, is now a lot of these documents you can have done electronically.
You can
whereas
request
in the past,
them, right?
you
Go
couldn't
to the
get it that way.
website, but it's still going to be U.S. mail getting
Exactly.
it to the school.
Exactly.
So gotta allow for that, especially with summer holidays.
That's right.
So do that now. You'll need to consult with your admissions counselor.
Now, are they assigned? Do students have those ahead of time, or how does that work?
In some cases, we have particular counselors for our our allied health programs.
Okay.
That specialize, but otherwise you can just go see an admissions counselor.
Perfect.
They can help you figure out what you might want to major in and which steps you need to take next. And if you do have to take a placement test, they're the ones who will read those scores for you and tell you what classes you are eligible to take. So you'll get to know an admissions counselor, and then once all that's taken care of, you'll be assigned your advisor, and that's the person in your
Okay,
major
okay.
who's going to be your best buddy.
Exactly. They'll guide you all
That's
along. And one of
right.
the things in years past that I have found that was so helpful with these advisors is they'll talk to the students, find out what their interests are to make sure they're in the right area or make sure they're in the right curriculum for what they're wanting to do with their future, because a lot of students may not know.
That's
And they may
true.
have just registered for anything.
And even though the advisor is tied to their particular program, they can tell if it's working for you or not.
Exactly.
You know, maybe you shouldn't be in nursing, maybe you should be in welding, and they will be honest with you about that and help you get where you need to be. And
Perfect.
if
We
you-
need the guidance.
And if you need a little extra academic help, they're going to help you find that. They're there for you. Their doors are open as well. So you need to talk to that person if you're an incoming student, figure out what classes you need to be in. Also, if you're a new student, they have to register you that first time. There is no way around it.
And
You have
that
to see
and
your
that is
advisor.
different than if you're a returning student.
Correct.
Okay.
Because the returning students, your advisor, you'd still chat with them, but they would unlock you. And you can do it all digitally. Again, more
Nice,
online.
of course, of course.
So you could actually talk to your advisor, pop in after class one day, get that all settled, they unlock you, and you can do it from the comfort of your home. So
And from that point forward,
from
you
that
can.
point forward, still have to chat with
Wonderful.
them,
Right,
but,
right.
but it's a good process. And we did allow our returning students to go ahead and register for fall at the end of spring semester. But not everyone did it, or not everyone paid by the deadline.
Right.
So they may have to do it again. Chat with your advisor again, get unlocked again,
Yes.
and go through that process again. Because our next open registration is in July. That's the week of the 15th through the 18th. And there are days you can see on our website what the times are on those days.
Okay.
We're open Monday through Thursday during the summer, so it's those days. Friday, we are closed. We work those 10-hour days, and we run for the beach
On the Fridays.
On the Fridays, but we are there for them all the other days. They must pay by August 1, or they'll be purged.
Okay.
So if they register in July, they have to pay by August 1. Again, that goes back to knowing how you're going to pay.
Exactly.
And of course, we will take your check. And then if your other aid comes through, then we
You'll
can
apply
work
it.
that out.
Okay.
Right. If they're not able to register in July, then there's that last chance the 2 days before class starts in August.
Okay,
the
so you do
13th and
offer
the
that
14th.
opportunity,
We
okay.
do, one more time. But then they have to pay by the end of the day on the 14th, and class starts the morning of the 15th.
And the only thing that we need to make sure everyone understands is on that last registration, all your classes that you may want may not be available.
Correct.
Is that right?
Correct. So if you haven't registered yet, I'd advise you to be doing it first thing in July when you
If
get
you
that
can.
first opportunity.
Exactly.
To go on and get in there to try to get what you need and what you want.
Well, tell us about basic skills.
Basic skills are our adult high school, GED, and ESL classes. Those are all free. But they also have registration periods. You can go to waynecc.edu to see what the different times. Some are ongoing, like for English as a second language, those are ongoing, but most of the classes begin in late September. With the GED, that's also ongoing, but we are encouraging people, if they have started the GED, finish it before the end of this year, before December 31st. Come January 1, they're going to go to a whole new model.
Oh,
It's going to be a whole different test. So if you've taken some of the battery of tests but not all, they're going to throw it all out. And so you're going to have to start again.
And you don't want that to happen.
You don't want
so if you
that.
started, go ahead and
Yeah,
complete.
It'll be computerized, so it'll be different if you're not good at that.
Right,
And
okay.
the price is going to go up for the test. The classes, the preparation is free, but the test price will go up. So anyone who started, please finish it now or start all over in January.
Right.
And then the adult high school, we have a specific pre-registration period for that, July 29 through August 14. But go ahead and contact the Basic Skills program now, find out what you need. They will have to find out your situation, why you want to attend the adult high school,
Right.
and get you started so that you can get that
they'll guide you all
all-important
the way
high school
through.
diploma.
Right.
It is essential now. And then, of course, ultimately, love for you to take the college classes.
Of course, of course. And continuing education
Continuing
is our last
education.
topic.
That can be anywhere from those personal growth classes, jewelry making, line dancing, golf.
Right.
And even we have doggy obedience. So you can send your dog to college.
Oh my goodness, how about that? Your dog can go
Your
with you to
dog-
Wayne Community
that's
College.
Right. you can enroll your dog, and I understand there is a certificate. And
Wow.
then it's also those things that you might need to advance your career.
Exactly.
So it can be a
Just personal
certificate
growth.
in a computer program. It might be welding. Nurse aid is very, very popular. American Sign Language, Spanish for the workplace.
And are
Those
all
things.
these classes at different cost?
They are. It is
Okay.
based on the number of hours that are in the class. And so they can range anywhere from 35 to 160, I believe, is the top at this point. We'll see what
How it
comes
goes in the
after the
fall.
legislature.
Well, in the fall, I mean, when you're looking on your website for classes in the fall in continuing education, is that the topic you would look under?
That is
to
exactly
see
it.
all these classes, where
From-
they're located, when they start, how much they cost.
From the
Continuing
main
education.
page, you can go to the Continuing Education tab, or you can go down the right side where it says schedules. If you already know you just want a continuing education class, go to the schedule tab. You can see the college credit classes, you can see the continuing education and basic skills classes, and when they start, and all these deadlines that you have to meet.
Exactly, because we have 2 pages worth of deadlines here. So tell us one more time for registration for this summer, or for this fall class.
Yes.
It is this summer. So tell us one more time what those dates are.
Okay, the week of July 15 through 18, that's preference. And then last chance is August 13 and 14. Class starts on the 15 for those college credit classes.
My goodness, it is right around the corner.
It is. It doesn't seem like it, but
Seems like we just stopped
It
classes,
is.
right? Well, thank you, Tara, for coming and talking
you.
to us today. We like to make sure the community is updated on what's happening at Wayne Community. Make sure everybody understands there's a wide variety of classes that are offered, like you said, from GED to basic skills, continuing education, and of course our regular classes for students. We do thank you so
are a
much
college.
for keeping us informed, and this is what's happening at Wayne Community College.
All right, we're back.
We are back.
Very interesting.
They always are.
They always are. Well, a couple of things. Again, I want to mention the big yard sale coming up on July 13th at the Charles B. Aycock birthplace, and it's open to everyone.
That's right.
From 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. All you have to do is call Lee Strickland and tell her you want to be a part of this, and you make arrangements and reserve a space ahead of time. And her number is 919-242-5581. You get to keep all the money. You get to sell anything you want to sell, as long as it's yours.
And bring your own table.
Bring your own table. That's exactly right. You have to set up your own tables. But it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of people out there, I hope. Again, that's July 13th, 9 to 1. 242-5581, area code 919-242-5581. Good.
That's right. Well, you know, July 4th is right around the corner.
I know.
Right around the corner.
It is July 4th.
We just want to remind everybody fireworks will be going off actually on July 4th. They'll be set off at 9 o'clock p.m. Berkeley Mall as usual. Let's see. That's pretty much all they've given us. They said it'll last between 9 and 10 o'clock, so about an hour.
Yeah.
To get there way ahead of time, get yourself a good parking place if you're actually driving to the mall. But that will be actually on July 4th, 9 o'clock p.m.
You may want to take a chair with you.
That's right.
Take a chair with you, okay? All right, I want to mention this now
Okay.
because we have today and tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. We are taking a little hiatus, if you will. We're going to take some time off from videotaping the program and being with you each morning, showing you videotapes of interviews and such. We're going to take some time off. The month of July, we will not be here live.
We'll be filming.
We'll be working as usual, but the programs you see during the month of July will be the programs that have been running since we actually began
in September.
In September of last year, yeah.
That's right.
So these are programs that people seem to have found interesting. I don't know why, but anyway, they seem to have found interesting. So
Tomorrow is our last.
that's
last
right,
show.
our last program
For a
here.
little
So
while.
for a while, anyway. But anyway, you will be able to watch a lot of the programs and see how the program has pretty much evolved into what it is, whatever that is, over time. So during the entire month of July, we'll be here, but the programs that are running during the day here on WGTV will be programs that have run before. So
Repeats.
Repeats. That's exactly
And you
right.
know, Wayne, we're going to take the month of July to really look and analyze things and really look at our programming, and we're going to have some fun special changes for you when we start back. We're going to have some different things, some twists on various ideas and ways that we've done things in the
Oh,
past,
boy.
so you never
Okay.
know what's going to happen.
So we're getting gooder and better.
There you go.
Just kidding about that now. You know, that reminds me. I heard a commercial on TV the other night, and I won't mention who did it. But and he was serious when he said it. He wasn't kidding around. He used the term more better.
Wow.
That's not smart. And I can hear all the English teachers across America going, ooh,
Yep.
he didn't say that, did he? Don't say more better.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, anyway.
All right, now, today,
Yes, what is today?
say our date one more time.
Today?
What is today?
Today's the 27th of June.
So what does that mean?
That means tomorrow's the 28th.
Well, it means we have 3 days left for you to get your mottos in.
Oh, yeah.
That's all we
3
have
days,
left.
3
3
days.
days left.
Got 3 days.
June
Yeah.
30th.
June 30th,
5
that's right.
o'clock p.m. is our
Oh, boy.
deadline, and we've gotten in a good amount from you in the community, and I want to say thank you so much for doing that.
Right.
We are looking our motto. We will be selecting them. Stay tuned. It'll be up on the city's website and Facebook page. The top 20 will be up soon, and we want you to vote and narrow it down to the top 5.
Oh, boy, there you go.
So thank you for sending them in. 3 days left if you want to get your motto in.
All right, coming up in July, on July 18th, 19th, and Saturday the 20th, there's going to be something called Camp Liberty. This is a Constitution seminar, a workshop, if you will, on the foundation of America. Distinguished speakers and constitutional specialists will be speaking and talking and helping and working things out with you, explaining and teaching you about our very own Constitution.
Interesting.
This is important, and if you ever wanted to know how, on the basis on which our nation exists, It exists on our Constitution, and you need to know more about this. July 18th, 19th, and 20th, it's going to be held at the Victory Free Will Baptist Church. It's for children and adults.
Really? Children are invited to attend?
Children are invited to attend. Children and adults, and if you have any little tiny childrens, then there's going to be a nursery. Small children, there's going to be a nursery, so don't worry about that. There's going to be fun-filled children's classes to learn about the U.S. Constitution. If you have any questions,
fantastic.
isn't that great?
Yes.
919-751-1090, 919-751-1090. The cost is $10 per person, or take the whole family for $20. This again is July 18th, 19th, and 20th.
All right.
All right.
And don't forget, Monday night, the city council meeting.
Oh,
5
yeah.
o'clock, of course, is our work session in the large conference room over in the city annex building. And then at 7 o'clock is our formal meeting in council chambers. We'd love to hear from you, love to have you there. These meetings are public. If you are interested, we'd love to have you come attend.
That's exactly right. And then the next morning at 8 o'clock, the Wayne County Commissioners begin their briefing, followed by the meeting at 9 o'clock Tuesday morning of next week.
That's right.
All right. What creature uses its eyes to help it swallow?
Well, I guessed a snake, so that's not right, you said. So,
No, but you weren't far off,
who is it?
frankly.
Really?
Yeah, the frog. Frog uses its eyes. A frog cannot chew its food or use its tongue to get food down its throat.
Huh.
Instead, the eyes sink into the roof of the mouth to help it push the meal into its stomach.
That
Hard to
is
get that.
interesting.
Hard to get that hamburger down, you know.
I guess so.
You know, but if you've ever watched a frog, and a lot of people, kids have frogs as pets, you'll see them kind of looks like they blink when they eat that whenever they eat. All right,
That
but anyway.
stuff.
And for anyone who may have missed what is thought to perhaps may have been an earlier trivia question,
Repeat it.
Grant Wood, the American artist who painted American Gothic, said that he gets his best ideas when he is milking a cow.
Wow.
Best ideas. I guess it's just the calmness,
Right.
the serenity, you know, being out on the farm,
Exactly.
and there you go. So there you go.
Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it? Anyway, what you got?
I did find out, you know, today is Center Street Jam.
Yeah.
Tonight is 6 o'clock. I found out it's Liquid Pleasure.
Oh, they're great.
That's right. So they'll be here tonight from 6 to 9. Come out and join us.
There you go. Okay. Tomorrow we'll have some information about the 4th of July. We'll also have maybe a couple of tips to pass along to you from Sheriff Kerry Winders, who
Oh, yes.
says there's some things you need to know about being safe on the 4th of July.
I'm sure.
All right?
Well, there's a pretty neat thing happening. It's going to actually be on Monday night, July 8th, and it's free to the public. It's called a county-wide scavenger hunt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
going to start at 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
It says the name of the group that is actually sponsoring this is called Family Fun Resource.
Okay.
And let's see, they're partnering with some local people like the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce and others. Let's see, they're sending families on a wild goose chase through our county. The hunt is a great way to get to know your community. It's a great way to spend time with your family. It's free. You can receive your clues throughout the month of July at familyfunresource.com. Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see.
FamilyFunResource.com.
We ask that you print the clue sheet and visit each location.
Ah.
While you're at the location, you'll find the answers while you're there. Be sure to write the answers on your clue sheet. Join us on Facebook to get daily clues as well. Be sure to send your answers via email to info@familyfunresource.com. The countywide scavenger hunt will begin July 8th, and it will continue the rest of the month.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Wow.
I guess so if you're doing a lot of it by
Yeah.
email and all, you can take your time. The first 5 families that complete the hunt will receive a gift basket with gifts from our members. Gifts will be from Cocoa Darlings,
Okay.
Just Leave the Bones,
Huh?
I don't know,
Just leave the bones.
I Want to Have Fun, and more. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The families that participate in the scavenger hunt will be invited to our family fun party, and I Want to Have Fun in Goldsboro, August the 10th on 2013.
Okay.
Okay, they're going to play laser tag and all kinds of things.
oh.
Free popcorn, face painting, and games.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Interesting.
It's an event you don't want to miss.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It sure does.
I love scavenger hunts anyway.
A lady named Cherry Whitman, or Whiteman, is
Whiteman.
in charge.
Yeah.
And they're, like I said, once again, familyfunresource.com is their website if you want to find out more about how you can participate in the scavenger hunt about our city and county.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow, about that.
That's pretty neat.
That is neat.
I
Well,
think they're actually going to come in and talk with us about it pretty soon.
oh, are they? Okay, that's good.
Yep, the
I kind
company's
of want to
gonna
know more
come
about
talk to
that.
us. Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Well, that's about it for today, isn't it?
I think it is, too.
We're going to wrap this up right now. This is Thursday. We'll be back on Friday, and we'll be talking to you at that time. Now, remember that our program runs at 7 a.m., again at 12 p.m., which is noon, again at 5:30 p.m., and then again during the evening hours. So, again, a reminder very quickly that we will not be, all our programs during the month of July will be repeats or the best ofs or...
That's right.
Did we actually have best ofs?
I think we did.
Wow.
We did.
I
We had
always
a lot
wanted
of-
to say that.
A lot of hits on some of these on YouTube.
Yeah.
People watching them
okay.
over and over and sending them to family members.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Very good. Remember, during the month of July, we will not be here live. So, join us again tomorrow here on WGTV Today, Wayne Goldsboro Television. Until tomorrow, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. And don't forget, get your city motto in, 3 days left. We'll see you again tomorrow.